Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Contradiction, Spot the Liar. I'm Jed Star.
I'm Guava Moment.
And we learned why they can't call it vinegar on fish and chips. And why it has to be a non-brewed condiment.
Because it isn't brewed.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no Scott video. We might have to post that in the thread.
Yeah, right. So, last time we found a suspicious XXX DVD.
Also, I'm probably echoing because I didn't plug in my headphones.
No, you seem fine.
Okay, that'll fix it.
Yeah, good. So here's our newest piece of information we should probably show to everybody.
Everybody.
Who do you want to start with?
Well, we're in the pub. Show it to the wife.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the crazy sex video I made. Oh, the other video. Oh, the pickpocket one. Never mind.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind. Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry. Ask Ryan.
Not even a, what is this? Why are you showing me a porno DVD?
Okay.
Sure.
Do we just go
That's all
straight
for
to
the
Ryan
moment, thank you.
It's up to you. Would you like to?
then? We haven't talked to James.
James? Okay.
Well, maybe we'll ask him.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever seen porn?
Seen this before? No, what is it? Do you recognize it? No. Should I?
Maybe we should show them the contents of the DVD. That might be a little bit more
Or
helpful,
explain
James.
what's on it.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen pornography?
Be back later on, if that's okay.
No, it is. Ask me about it. Fine, let's just go talk to Ryan.
Ryan, okay.
Because the other two chumps, they won't say anything. Ooh, the door on the right's open again. We'll have to try that one. What?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Well-
no.
Well, remember, they said the class or whatever was getting ready and etc.
Oh, it's at the village hall. Okay.
No, it should
Ryan-
be in this room, right?
Yourself go.
What? Dude?
Feel your soul lifting. Then wait for the moment to break free. Then break free. Excellent, Hannah.
Well,
Could you come back later, please?
what's going on here?
Please leave.
Sorry, Ryan, there's a few more questions I have to ask you yet, and time's ticking by.
Leave.
Okay.
They can only afford one microphone for this scene. And God, it echoed like crazy in there.
Presumably, it's just like one dude with a boom mic in the
What
corner
on
or
earth was
something.
that about? Looked like they were burning woolen dolls. A woolen doll burning ceremony. What a very odd course this is.
And by boom mic, I assume you mean cheap lapel microphone.
No, I imagine that they had, like, dude.
And there's nothing in the lounge?
Well, we can't go. Oh, we can go back later. Although now I'm just imagining. Welcome to business school. Remember, guilt is the mind killer. What do we do about HR departments and legal fees? Burn your fucking straw doll! Stop asking questions.
Feel no guilt. What are you caring about other people's feelings?
So I had some questions about supply and demand. Don't feel guilt.
You're being oppressed.
What do we do about a shrinking customer base? Burn things! It's just... Okay, I mean, I knew they weren't a sex cult, but I forgot just how fucking...
they're still a sex cult.
Oh, it's totally a cult. But it's like, oh, this is a business school. Burn your past selves!
Laws aren't real, man. They're made up by people.
Oh, okay. Excise all your human feelings for capitalism. Yeah, this could be a. Oh, let's see. Is he in here now, or are we just gonna have to wait?
My guess is the game wants us to talk to Daddy Ryan about the creepy sex doll, but I mean, we can go to Simon and Emma.
Okay.
Show them the sex dolls.
Sure.
You ever burn one of these?
If I burned one of these, would it mean anything to you? Oh.
Just in the middle of your room.
What's that?
Oh.
Whoa.
Hello. Oh, stuff I found on the ground. Better keep it. What was that?
A remote control lock. Like a little car key clicker.
Okay, so opens up that garage door back in the town?
Yeah, it might. Wonder if anything else has changed at 8 o'clock.
Well, the village hall especially would be worth checking.
Right, because that was supposed to open up at 8. There another, like, weird, like, bong dude here? No, okay.
Going in for Emma.
I mean, we all love Jenks's whole face acting method.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
Let's see, just, so we should start with the DVD, I think.
Have you seen this before?
No? Don't think so.
Okay, is nobody gonna comment that he's showing them, like, a relatively unlabeled DVD that just has XXX written across the top?
Let me just look at the back and just read the grooves and decode it with my brain.
But, I mean, in England, is porno not, like, abbreviated XXX or something? Like, if you showed, like, an American, like, a DVD that just looked like that, it said XXX, everybody's first instinct is, oh, that's porn.
Oh, yeah.
But-
Homemade porn, but judging by the quality of it.
Right, yeah. But nobody is going to be like, I don't know, what is it? I've never seen a DVD labeled XXX before.
What's a digital video disc? Explain to me this magic.
What do you know about doll burning?
Doll burning, I think was something that they did on the course. Simon mentioned it.
Oh, they didn't do that when you were there?
No.
All right, Simon.
Oh, we still got, oh. Yep.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Have you seen this before?
No. No, sorry.
No, never seen one of these before.
Never seen a DVD
You say you can
before.
put music and videos on them?
Outrageous. I mean, it is England. Maybe they're just a bit behind.
I still got 8 tracks.
What do you know about doll burning?
Not on the course. It's a ritual thing. It's getting rid of things that you don't need. Throw it into the fire.
And that's a good thing.
Well, yeah, it helps you getting rid of things you don't need, so you can move on and take control again.
So what are the masks for?
They're just to help you get into the right frame of mind. Just get you into the zone, you know, help with the trance.
A trance?
Yeah. It's like self-hypnosis. We do it on the course sometimes. It's just to help you get into the right frame of mind, you know.
So you hypnotize yourself? How do you do that?
Just stare into a mirror and chant something, you know, just say the same thing over and over again. Or you could just close your eyes and put yourself into a trance. Some people can do that.
And that's safe?
Well, yeah. Hypnosis doesn't work the way that most people think it does. You can't just be hypnotized if you don't want to be hypnotized. But you can learn to hypnotize yourself.
What did you say it was called? Auto-hypnosis?
Self-hypnosis, auto-hypnosis, same thing, really.
I think Simon was a bit too quick to play down the role of auto-hypnosis on the course. I'll have to ask around about this.
What did he say about the mirror and the mask?
doesn't recognize this particular master used in seminars. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I guess that's fine. And then Black Mirror. That photo frames and paint, maybe. Because he said those were okay. I guess he's fine.
Yeah.
But he told us something new.
Yes, he gave us a new topic to ask people about.
Well, let's just go ask Emma about auto-hypnosis since we're here.
Just that. Wait, cat, what? Gave him a treat while you were eating your mac and cheese. Now he went and ate more food.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
And now has the post-poo zoomies.
Oh, big fat cat.
He's not that bad. He's only like 10.5 pounds.
Do you know what auto-hypnosis is?
It's some type of self-hypnosis, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you ever tried it?
No, I haven't. But I think Kate was into it. She learned it from when she went to Atlas.
And what did she tell you about it?
Not a lot, really. I think it helped her. I think she used it as a sort of self-meditation.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll probably be back
Guess
later.
we'll just leave. Keep going down the streets.
Streets, plural. Let me pull up the map again, but it's like there's one street we can move down here.
Well, we can go off a little to the village hall.
Yeah.
May have been 8, may have been 10. We'll see.
Oh. Yeah.
May have been 9 even.
Hey, at some
Or
point maybe
11 or
we'll get
12.
No.
There's a couple of options there.
Yeah. We'll just keep checking every time time advances. You know what?
Ooh, yeah, we haven't been there in a while.
Oh, okay, still nothing. Nobody in this town's eating at 8 p.m.? Alright.
Nope.
I could go for some fish and chips right now. And
want
some
questions,
please?
non-brewed
Yeah.
condiment.
Hmm.
I mean, over
Sounds
here, we get to
delicious.
have real malt vinegar. I just love smothering fries in malt vinegar.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, we showed that. We haven't asked about this.
What do you know about doll burning at Atlas?
Only that it's part of the course. I'm not entirely sure what they're for, but I made dozens for him.
You made them.
Oh, Ryan can't make anything. He's practically dyspraxic.
What does dyspraxic mean?
I assume it's like dyslexics, but for like fine motor control or hands.
It could possibly a common disorder that affects movement and coordination.
Yeah. I mean, you have seen him just stumbling around with that glass of like brandy, right?
Which they're not allowed to have. It could affect your coordination skills, such as tasks requiring balance, playing sports, or learning to drive a car.
Yeah. Or holding a
that's wrong.
goddamn brandy glass stationary. All right. Well, interesting.
Yep.
We learned something. Yep. Nope.
Do you know anything about hypnosis used on the Atlas course?
Are you sure you mean hypnosis or the power of persuasion?
What's the difference?
Not a lot. But if you want someone to do something, it's usually easier to ask nicely.
Atlas used persuasion techniques.
Well, don't all businesses use it, Inspector? Ever heard of advertising?
Okay. Sure.
You okay?
Yep.
Well, if we go down the street again,
That's all for the
next
moment.
place
Thank
is
you.
that garage door, which maybe the thing opens.
Okay.
Yeah, God, I never want fish, but yeah, fish and chips right now would be pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, there's a car here now. I like the license plate. Random.
Random. Yeah,
Nice.
I get it. Yeah, use a thing. Let's get in the trunk. Let's check that booty.
You know, I'm all about that booty.
It's your duty.
Except they're British, so they don't
Went
call
in a
it.
trench. What a cutie.
Yeah, I mean, but they're
Take a
British.
treasure at my leisure while I'm sailing in pleasure, because Sally's got that measure with too handsomely feather.
So,
However,
those are Ryan's guitars, kept
Nice.
in a garage. Not really the best place to keep them.
Cressy knows that pretty well. Oh. I only remember the.
It is. I only know that because it's the filthiest song I've ever heard in my entire life.
I mean, Avast, you can write on my mast. Something. I
don't know if you can hear that, but my cat is playing with my child's toys.
No.
Sometimes they just go off like they're haunted.
Okay. Are they like electronic toys that have like
Yeah.
lights and sound? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like Ryan's door is haunted. Your child's toys are haunted. Okay, so
just there were guitars in there. That was it.
Yeah, he just has a good card collection at his house.
So we got a guitar collection. Learning Farm, shut up.
Learning Farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, there's a song called "I Got It From Alice," which is also the song I'm talking about is "It's All About the Booty" by Captain Dan and the Scurvy Crew.
Yeah.
Or "I Got It From Agnes." It's all about the booty. It's a filthy song while not actually being filthy technically.
Yeah.
Because it's about the booty.
Yeah. Junk in the trunk. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. They're British. They don't have trunks. They have boots.
They have bonnets.
Where do we start? Suspicious.
Oh, we haven't done anything with him.
Yeah.
Seen this before?
Glasses.
The writing looks familiar, but no.
Oh, the handwriting looks familiar. The 3 X's and the do not move look familiar.
I mean, that could be enough.
Okay.
What can you tell me about doll burning at Atlas?
Not very much. It's one of Ryan's ideas. My son is under the illusion that he's a genius.
What an asshole this guy is.
Right?
Like, you're seriously making Ryan look like a decent person.
Right? Like,
which I didn't think would be possible.
Look, they came into this and told Ryan, like, all right, just turn the douchebag up to, like, 10. Just ride it hard. And then they came over here to Paul, and I was like, turn the asshole douchebag up to, like, 12. Just fucking break that shit off. Be the biggest condescending dick you can possibly be.
He wouldn't know about the remote control lock. Would anyone? I guess, okay.
Can you tell me more about the auto-hypnosis techniques used on the course?
We don't use hypnosis on the course.
Not at all?
Not anymore.
So, how was it used?
Hypnosis is probably the wrong word, Inspector. It's nothing to do with the trances or things like that. It was meant to force... to help students.
Did you force them?
You can't force anybody into being hypnotized. You have to want to be hypnotized. It's not something out of your control. You can't be hurt or damaged in any way by hypnosis.
So you've never put pressure on students to enter into hypnosis?
It would be impossible to do so.
Extremely dirty euphemisms could describe the entire pirate metal genre. Oh, pirate metal. I mean, I listen to pirate rap, and there's some ones that aren't extremely dirty.
There's pirate metal too?
Oh yeah, you've ever heard of Ailstorm?
No.
Yeah. What if a Scandinavian band made metal about being a pirate?
Well, the last thing you recommended to me was Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah.
That Troy started watching that?
Yeah.
And the second episode is basically softcore porn?
Second episode of first season?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately Netflix recommended me the current season first, so I'm watching it backwards in order.
Yeah, the order of the stuff on Netflix is weird.
Yeah. Ailstorm is Scottish. Oh, okay. Whoops.
Okay. His guitar collection randomly.
Oh yeah. Hey, do you know your son has guitars?
Yeah.
Does Ryan play the guitar?
Ryan couldn't get a tune out of a radio. He's tone deaf.
Okay, so he's never tried to go professional?
If he did try, it was never going to happen.
Wait a minute. Didn't Rebecca also say that Ryan is this thingy with his motor control?
Yeah.
That seems like that might make playing guitar hard.
Okay, so we should go talk to her about the guitars then.
Yeah, maybe they're hers.
Or be back later on if that's okay.
James?
Since we're one away,
Yeah.
James about hypnosis. My cat is loudly using the litter now.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, actually, we have quite a lot to ask him.
Well,
What do you know about doll burning?
Doll burning? What sort of doll burning?
It doesn't mean anything to you.
No. Should it?
No, that's okay.
See, there's some acting. That's how you say no instead of just no without moving at all. Yes, cat. We did talk about the DVD?
Ever heard of auto-hypnosis, James? Self-hypnosis.
Yeah.
And what do you know about it?
It's another name for scrying. Some people call it auto-hypnosis, I call it scrying.
Right. So you're saying scrying is just self-hypnosis?
Scrying? You can scry on anything. I don't use a mirror. I can scry watching the clouds. Maybe the water on a lake in the moonlight.
And when you're watching the water, what happens? Do you go into a trance?
You lose yourself in your unconscious. You go deeper and deeper. You swim around. Try not to go too deep. Because if you go too deep, you start drowning. And you get dragged down to the bottom. As long as you stay swimming, you come to the surface again. Then you wake up and see the world as it really is. It's like a journey to a place people talk about, but no one's ever seen. You're thinking about Kate, aren't you?
What makes you say that?
She bought a mirror. Sold her one last year.
Was she into using mirrors like that?
No idea. But she bought one.
Right.
Audio editing in this game is on point. Oh.
Yeah?
Oh, it's so good. We talked about the porn DVD?
Yeah. It doesn't recognize it.
Doesn't recognize it. Okay, sure. Yeah, okay.
James wanted to know about Ryan's musical.
Okay,
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
See what Rebecca has to say about the guitars.
Right.
We can probably catch her in something.
Yeah, it does seem odd that guy with coordination issues has a whole bunch of guitars.
I wonder if that's specifically why she used a weird word no one would know. That you'd have to look it up and then it would stick in your brain.
Yeah, maybe.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the only thing we haven't asked her.
Does Ryan play the guitar?
He tries. He does keep wasting money on them, though. I think he believes if he buys the right one, he'll suddenly turn into Jimi Hendrix. It's sad, really. I just let him play in his room. As long as he plays in there, I don't mind.
Oh, okay, well, it's reasonable, I guess.
Try to connect his, what you said about Ryan's dyspraxia? What was the word even?
Yeah.
Dyspraxic. Let's him play in his room or something. Yeah,
Nah.
Okay.
I mean,
well,
both his wife and father say that he's bad at it. Or at least his father says he would be bad at it, and his wife says he is. So, I think we're okay there.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
So there is Emma and Simon.
Yeah.
Basketball guitars. Or we could bust into the ceremony again. But sir, your guitars. If I did this.
Stop feeling remorse.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
I just want to know how to balance accounts. Burn the books. I wish I knew more about like
time to expand.
Yeah, thank you. I need more lines like that, like legitimate business questions. Can't think of much.
What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
I know he plays because he tried to buy one off me.
Do you play?
I used to. I used to be in a band, but I was a singer as well, so I got away with it.
Singer as well.
Yeah, I used to sing in a band every night. But sometimes it was in a pub, but usually at Rebecca's.
What was that called?
It was called Blackstone.
Oh.
And this guy from a record company once came to see us, and he said the band was rubbish, but that I was good. So after that, I don't think they liked me much, and then we broke up after college.
Can't hide talent.
That might be something, because that was Liam's name of Liam's band was Blackstone, right?
Wait, really? Leon.
Oh yeah. Liam was totally in a band called Blackstone. I swear we reread that somewhere.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you. Probably be back
Let me
later.
just check the notebook about everybody and Liam's death.
Okay.
Didn't know about Liam. Didn't know Liam. Met Liam. Rebecca was in a band called Blackstone.
Okay. And didn't know Liam very well. What?
Okay, I think you were wrong about Liam being in Blackstone. I guess you remembered Rebecca was in Blackstone.
Rebecca was in Blackstone. Okay. Okay, I guess that's fine.
Should I create an LLC? Put the masks on!
Treat people like
Some more
crap.
questions, please. Thank you.
Don't let morals get in the way of profits! Wait, shit, now I'm just a Merfrangi.
Once you have the customer's money, never give it back.
What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
Not a whole lot. I know he brought a guitar to one of the groups once, at the end of one of the stages. That's the only time I've seen him with a guitar.
Huh?
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Rebecca told you Liam was in Blackstone? Did she? Hold on.
Isn't Liam's death? Rebecca replied. She was in a band called Blackstone. But Liam was in a band called Blackstone.
Where?
That's what he means by that. So Rebecca's replies about Liam's death was that Liam was in a band called Blackstone.
Oh, I see, you're right. Okay. Okay, sure. So, then... not Rebecca,
Then
Emma should know Liam pretty well.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Did she ever... Oh, didn't know Liam very well.
Used to sing in a pub band called Blackstone.
Aha.
Hey.
That band you sang in, Blackstone. Who else was in the band?
Just a few people from college.
Including Liam?
Yeah.
Why did you say you didn't know him?
No, it's not that. I just thought you meant that I didn't know about his suicide.
Did you?
No, I was away on holiday.
When he died?
Yeah, I only knew him through the band.
She definitely knows more than she's saying. She was in a band with Liam, but didn't know about his problem? I'm not sure I believe you, Emma.
Or do we get some new... Under Ryan's guitar collection, there'd be some new information, wouldn't it?
No,
Or
that's
under
what we're
Liam's
looking at
death?
right now. Liam's death, probably. Yeah. Was on holiday the night Liam died. Only knew Liam through the band of Blackstone. Okay. That was a year ago. I don't think we know enough to say that she wasn't on holiday when he died. Only knew him through the band Blackstone. Okay.
Let's go through everything she said, because there must be something here then.
Okay. Stockade on Friday. Argumentative. Okay. Nope. Doesn't really seem like the bicycle matters.
No.
Necklace is Emma's, but she gave it to Kate. Necklace was an unwanted gift. Card, key, broken window.
Kind of too recent.
Well, we know, well, I mean, I don't know if we need a contradiction here, but we know there was, Emma and Kate arguing that broke the window. been to a similar course before. Wait a minute.
Only went once to Atlas.
No. Has been in a similar course before. What's a similar course? Third Eye.
Well, not really contradiction. That's just...
Ah, shit. Well, maybe she went to Third Eye. Oh, I guess that's...
What was that first one? Sorry.
Yeah, no. Cardboard mask. Simon. Only went to Atlas once. I've been to a similar...
Only once went to Atlas, but we know Liam was at Atlas, and she says she only knew Liam through Blackstone.
Oh,
so maybe only once went to Atlas, and only knew Liam through Blackstone?
So what? Only went to Atlas once, and then... Liam... Where's Liam's?
Okay.
He looks Third Eye Flyer. No. Holiday the night Liam died. Only knew Liam through the band Blackwell.
Let's just go down the other list. Atlas Freedom Phrase was the next one.
Atlas
Oh.
Target with K and above 99%. Right. Isn't that what I just tried, Shin?
It's a little different.
I don't think we have any idea that she'd be lying about taking illegal substances.
No.
Alright, so what do we think only knew Liam through Blackstone contradicts with? Taking a similar course.
Again, it's got to be something here, because we found a contradiction in Emma.
Yeah.
But
maybe we need more clues or something to... Maybe we have half of an emerging contradiction and we need to find the other half. I mean, we could go ask Ryan about his guitar collection. If we can...
Be back later on, if that's okay.
If we can even get in.
Yeah, we can try.
Oh, we got stopped here.
Whoa! Dude, uncool. All my evidence.
The
No,
DVD.
my screwdriver.
That's all they took. It must have been deliberate. Someone clearly wanted that back. Nice and helpful of them to leave a piece of evidence behind, though.
Dude, we got mugged.
What the hell?
Monarch,
Monarch
costumes.
costume. It's where the mask was from, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, we can try talking to Ryan and then make the rounds with that guy.
Yeah. Is there any more, like, suspicious individuals over here? No? Okay. We, like, go interrupt his, weird, creepy doll burning ceremony. Apparently not.
No.
Oh, okay, well.
We could just go back to Simon and Emma.
Sure.
I don't know what Emma would know about the I don't know who
Just a few more questions. if you
anybody
don't
know
mind.
about Monarch construction
Costumes?
costumes.
I mean, what? We think that's... No, we know. We've heard that name before. Didn't Paul or Rebecca say that's where Ryan gets the masks?
Okay.
So somebody probably knows about this.
Okay. Yeah.
I doubt it's Emma or Simon.
Do you know the shop? Have you used it?
No, but I know where it is.
Oh, okay. Well, sure.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
We can't
See
even
this?
ask about the video
You know
anymore.
the shop?
Yeah, I know the shop. I hired something from them last year, I think.
This is for a party, I assume.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Shifty eyes.
When they say hired something, do they mean rented something?
Hired a costume from this. Maybe that's just British for rent. I don't know.
Dude, guys, why do we even call the language English?
Because it was the language of
They speak a
England.
completely foreign language.
Yeah. Well, you have to remember, British English is just this shitstorm of, like, Scandinavian, Saxon, and French.
German, pagan.
Yeah. And it's not...
It's 3 languages wearing a trench coat pretending to be one.
Right. And we tried to clean it up over here on this side of the Atlantic, and some of it has been a success, some of it hasn't. Because at least we don't spell, like, things R-E when we mean E-R.
Yeah, that'd be terrible living in a country that used superfluous letters and weird spellings of things. Yeah.
French is still a part of your national language. And by that I mean it is distinctly it's not even real French though.
It is. They're just
it's
French.
Quebecois.
Well, no, it's just on paper they're the same thing.
Yeah, on paper, I'm sure. I still remember. You remember Veos?
Yeah.
He tried to listen to 2 Quebecers talking over an internet game. I just ended up shouting at them to fucking speak English so he could understand them. It was really great. He's like, either these are kids or just idiots or just like they're dumb. They're really dumb. And then he starts speaking French at them. Just speak English.
But they don't wanna.
Okay.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
Right. Back to this. What were we doing?
We're
Show them back to
going-
everybody.
Heading down to Rebecca.
Okay.
One day we'll get a flashlight.
Oh yeah, and then we can investigate behind the pub.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Have you seen this before anywhere?
Well, I know the shop, costume shop just outside the village.
Ever used it?
Not personally, but I think Ryan might have.
Okay, basically what I expected.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Well, then it's just Ryan and James left.
Yeah, it's not-
let's go, Ryan.
Yeah, James isn't gonna know shit, and we'll just
No.
pick that up on some other time when we're talking to him.
Couple more questions, if that's okay. Have you seen this before?
No, I don't think so.
You don't recognize the shop?
No.
Is there someone else who works at Atlas? Someone who may have been there tonight?
No. There's a cleaner. Comes at strange times, but then he's a strange boy. Work experience.
As a cleaner?
Oh, we did try him in accounts, but it didn't work out.
What did he say about the mask?
Yeah, it's probably that.
If he was the one who told us about Monarch costumes.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, come on,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Aha. Do you visit Monarch costumes a lot?
No. I used to go in there occasionally. Why?
But you do know the shop.
Yes, of course I do.
You see, Paul, I thought you said you didn't know where this bag was from.
Well, maybe I do.
This was used to put over my head, Paul, by a mugger. Would you like to tell me something?
Are you suggesting that I had something to do with your mugging?
Did you?
You really ask the most ridiculous questions. Of course I didn't.
So why did you lie about the shop?
Well, I didn't have anything to do with your mugging, Inspector, but I might know somebody who did.
Go on.
Did Ryan mention Jason to you as a cleaner? Unfortunately, Ryan at some point told Jason that the DVD mustn't be removed from the site. So, when he saw you take it, he simply thought that he was doing us a favour by, getting it back. He isn't exactly what you'd call one of Darwin's best examples.
So what's on the DVD that's so special?
All right, it was something I did myself, a little stunt I pulled to amuse the students.
What kind of stunt?
I pretended to steal from the students. I emphasize the word pretended. The students knew all about it afterwards. Everything was above board.
Steal from students? Why?
We were doing a piece about pushing the limit, so I decided I would show them how it was done. Oh, don't look so serious, Inspector. I returned everybody's things immediately afterwards. No harm done.
And when was this?
Last year sometime.
At Third Eye or Atlas?
Third Eye, I think.
And this was before or after Liam died?
Well, since you'll probably find out anyway, it happened to be on the night that Liam died, as it happens. Before you ask, no, I didn't steal from him.
Do you think it's a good idea to encourage students to steal, Paul?
I wasn't encouraging students to steal. Policemen are so literal. Life is shades of grey, Inspector. Much as the Force might like it, it doesn't divide neatly into blacks and whites. Now, if you don't mind, you're going to have to excuse me for a moment. You know where the door is.
Yeah, the haunted one that opens. Yeah.
Oh, this guy's so slimy.
Right?
Well, we can't talk to
See,
him
he was
anymore?
quick enough to claim he didn't steal from Liam. What kind of stunt was that anyway?
Which is weird
Liam
because
dying later the same night? It's just all a bit too suspicious.
I feel like he lied to us. Because I was pretty sure he said he didn't recognize the DVD, and now it's like, oh, he must have seen you take this important DVD that I know about. Right?
Did we get a new clue to talk to people about? Is that
Let's see. Paul's theft stunt. Yeah.
okay?
Yeah. Shall we? Just make rounds with that one?
Sure.
Alright. God, I still want some fish and chips, though.
A few more questions, please.
Did you know about Paul's money stealing at Atlas?
Are you talking about a particular incident or just in general?
It's something he did on the course. Stunt.
And what did he do exactly?
Oh, well, he pretended to steal from the students.
That doesn't ring a bell. Paul's stunts usually involve throwing fancy dress parties with scantily clad girls or women dressed as nurses. That's his usual fetish.
When was the last party he threw?
Sometime in the summer. I didn't stay long.
Well, that was some information. Yeah.
Okay. Might be something in there about parties, but I don't know. Okay.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Sounds like she's not married to Paul. She's married to Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, Simon's a student at Atlas. Maybe he witnessed this. But of course,
ask you a couple more
you demand
things,
that we
please.
bother him up first with everything.
Through the window, yes.
Yeah.
What do you know about Paul Rand?
Paul the Slime.
You've obviously met him then.
Yes, I have.
What do you know about him committing a fake theft during one of the courses?
What, about him going through people's bags? Yeah, he tried that thing on me as well, weirdo.
So you were at Third Eye?
Yes. Yes, I went there for a few months after college and I left because I hated it. And I didn't know Atlas was the same thing. And I went with Simon.
Does Simon know that?
No. I didn't want to burst his bubble, so I didn't say anything.
So he doesn't know you went to Third Eye?
No.
Ah! So is that where you met Ryan as well?
Yep.
Right. What didn't you like about the course?
Well, it was stupid. They just made you do things to other people and be abusive just to prove that you could, and I absolutely hated it.
What sort of things?
Oh, just stupid things. Nasty things to prove that you could do it. It was about not feeling guilty. And it was horrible. That's why I left.
And is Simon doing all of this stuff now?
No, I think they had to stop because it was just getting ridiculous. I think somebody got arrested or something.
Very interesting.
Oh, well, that's a lot of information.
Uh-huh.
And Paul pulled the stunt.
Joined Third Eye after leaving college might be something.
I think that's pretty accurate. Oh, we got that Liam connection now? Oh, right. She, yeah, joined... And Liam was in Third Eye.
It'd be under Liam's death?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, was it on holiday? Well, I mean, we know that there was a session on the day that he
Was the Third Eye when Paul pulled the stunt, which was on the day that Liam died.
Yeah.
It's right there. Was that the Third Eye when Paul pulled the stunt? Just click on that one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Aha.
Yeah, there you go. Get Third Eye.
So, you witnessed Paul's money-stealing stunt, is that right?
Yes.
But you weren't there when Liam died.
No.
Don't quite understand that, you see, because Paul pulled the stunt on the same night. Liam died later that evening.
I must have got mixed up.
So you don't know anything about Liam's death, even though you were there on that night?
No.
Emma. I think you better explain, don't you?
Well, it was the stupid course, wasn't it?
Go on.
Well, we were all told to do stupid things, and then that thieving thing happened, and so...
Take a breath, Emma.
Liam killed himself because of me.
Why?
Liam had a birthmark on the side of his face. And no one would mention anything, even though we all knew it was there. And they all thought it was ugly. So I thought I'd say something, and I even asked Paul if it was okay to say it.
What did he say?
He said he wouldn't mind. Then Liam killed himself. Liam's dead because of me.
Well, Emma, I'm quite sure you regret what you said, but I really don't think you caused Liam's death. There's always more to these things than meets the eye. It wasn't your fault.
We can't tell Simon, please.
Simon doesn't need to know. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Poor Emma. I suppose it's possible that what she said led to Liam's death, but I really doubt it. I blame the Rands before I blame her.
Ah, well, we've hit 9 p.m.
Just about an hour in.
Yeah.
That seems...
Hold on, just background music. Stop ramping up. Jesus.
Remember when I said that audio was on point? It's
I mean, it's great and ominous if you're by yourself and not trying to just... Background music! Stop it, please! I was just hoping changing locations would get the ominous... There it goes. Nope, never mind.
Nope,
Fuck me.
It's just...
Oh god, it's just gonna be like the most dramatic, somber 9 p.m. I've ever experienced.
Oh wait, deep breath,
okay.
everyone.
Okay.
May have gone.
Oh, okay.
I think we're okay now.
Okay, we're back to our normal level of background music. Great, okay. Oh boy, okay. Yeah, you want to break this off at about the 50-ish minute mark? I gotta edit out like me eating baklava waiting for you, but you know, yeah, about 50 minutes.
Okay.
Ah,
all right.
You want to keep going for tonight, or you want to stop here?
No, that's good for tonight.
That's good for tonight. Okay, cool. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. We'll be back probably next week when Guava has time. How do you
Friday's
feel?
a holiday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where we celebrate our nation's independence.
Your nation isn't independent, though.
It kind of is.
I mean, the queen is still the technical head of your state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may have to pet a cat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I pet the hell out of a cat. Man. Cat. There's my cat. He's way up there. Yeah. How do you feel about it? What are your thoughts on the case, Inspector Moment?
It's totally a sex cult.
Okay.
He's creating all these people to not feel guilt and something about bondage and controlling them.
Okay.
And then sometimes it goes too far and they convince people to kill themselves.
Okay.
Because they're assholes.
They coerced Liam and Kate into suicide.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
They committed murder by convincing them to kill themselves, yes.
Okay. So, would you put it on Paul or Ryan?
They're both guilty.
Okay.
They're both terrible people.
Well, I mean, yeah. That's obvious. Have you seen their acting? Jesus.
Oh, yeah. And let's be honest, Emma's acting there was pretty weak.
Yeah, but she seems to be lying to, like, I fucked up, or I did something I shouldn't have, or, I'm having an affair. I mean, that's all actually, yeah, pretty good.
I think I told this guy his birthmark was ugly and he killed himself, yeah.
Yeah.
But the terrible acting is part of the jank of this game that I love, so...
You mean the janks of this game?
The janks.
Yeah.
The janks and the janks.
Yeah, just, remember, if I did this, would it mean anything to you?
Oh, it does, yeah.
Yeah. I just didn't do that.
Do you gotta cross your middle two fingers, or are you straight?
I mean, I have trouble doing that with my left hand because my pinky's all broken and shit, you know?
Okay.
So there you go. There you go. Okay, so there you go. If I did this, would it mean anything?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what if I did this?
What if you extended your middle finger?
Would this mean anything to you?
Oh, it does mean something, yeah. Now make your fingers into a V. Keep two fingers, a V, and then two fingers. Would that mean anything to you?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Looking forward to this. We're making good progress. I think the game stops at midnight, so we're
It said 48% completion.
Oh, did it? I forgot about that. Yeah, so we're okay. Cool. Oh, you're not gonna see that? Yeah. Here. Bloop. 48%. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, so you got some interesting theories, I think. I think they're pretty good. We gotta find a flashlight and get into the back of the garage. Or the stream.
Try to remember that one, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. So I'll see you next week, buddy.
Yeah, next week. Maybe even like Thursday night.
Okay.
There's potential for that, or Friday night or anything. But...
Definitely. Let me know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Have a good night, buddy.
Okay, I will talk to you later.
Good night, stream people. Although, maybe not actually good night. Maybe I'll kick out some.